Hey, this is Buzzin1, and this is the end of God of War Sigrun fight. Or it's not really the really end, it's just sort of like the extra additional material end. So anyway, there's Sigrun, Queen of the Valkyries, and we're just gonna kind of walk through this a little bit, see what she does to it. So the first thing is this like fire attack that she does. She lays down this strip of fire. You gotta dodge that original attack and then be sure not to step on it until it burns out, because if you step on it while it's still on fire, it'll hurt you. Next thing she does here is just this really fast, like kind of uppercut charge thing where she shoots her wing at you after she charges you. And the best thing to do here is you have to dodge to the right. You can't dodge back. You can't dodge to the left. She'll hit you. You got to go to the right. And I think like even if you just are moving right as she does this attack, you'll still dodge it. You have your shield up and move. That right there is the like her block. And if you want to get past this, all you got to do is double tap the left shoulder, and that's like an actual skill that you have to learn. Double tap the shoulder. There, I'm just doing a little posturing. That's a little runic attack, just getting her head a little bit. All right, so she hit me there with that charged wing. There's the uppercut again. Dodge it to the right, and there's my first landed hit right there. Is the heavy runic attack there, and I can't remember the name. I think that's called like the River of Blades or something. Anyway, that one there, that's like that double twirling scythe attack, and you got to work on the timing with that. It's like you dodge under the first one, and then you put your shield up to block the second as she comes around. But if you can pull it off, yeah, then she'll get stunned. You can keep hitting her with it. Pick up a healthstone there. Here is the heavy ring attack, and basically you just got to dodge the heavy ring attack. You can't block it with your shield. And then there's this kind of like flying scythe attack that she does right there. That one's pretty easy. You can dodge that. Not a big deal there. Okay, so there's the light ring attack. You got to put your shield up. With the light ring attack, if you try to dodge it, it'll always hit you, so you have to use your shield against that one. Again, another charging scythe attack right there. Yeah, some of the attacks, it's like, they're nice, because they're not hard to dodge. You can kind of collect yourself and check your meter, see if your runic attacks have recharged, what your health's looking like. There's another fire attack. You got to dodge it. And again, you just got to be careful here not to step on it. Here's my favorite attack. She does that swoop attack thing. And again, that one's really nice because she telegraphs it a lot, and I can just take a break a little bit on that one and kind of reassess where I'm at. Okay, that right there. So every time I interrupt that with Atreus' arrows, and Atreus' arrows don't actually hurt her, as you might have noticed. So the question is, why are you shooting her with Atreus' arrows if they don't hurt her? And the reason is because of that one attack where she jumps up and kind of keels back like that. She's trying to like summon the cloud or the darkness or whatever. If she does that, if she pulls it off, then the whole screen goes dark or like foggy and you can't see anything, and you're tracking her with R3 and you'll lose that. And so then she can really hurt you because you can't see her for 10 seconds or however long it is. So that's why I keep firing Atreus arrows at her to keep her from doing that. And I succeeded in preventing her that time. That she just shows some energy at you like that. That's that double scythe thing again. And here she's just kind of posturing around. When she's moving back and forth at a distance, that means she's about to charge you, so you got to be really careful with that. That's the jump attack. That thing is like extremely hard to dodge. Like that was like, giving me terrible troubles the first however many times I tried this. And this is, by the way, my first successful run at it. And the thing with that jump attack too is, you have your lock on her with R3, but when she jumps off the screen, it flips that lock off. So you have to find her again and lock on again. So it's confusing, if she jumps behind you and you finish it to find her again. This is this little move that she does, like from the Elven King or whatever, where like the dark elf, where she has that light staff. She charges at you with it. You got to get out of the radius when she hits the floor with it, and then immediately after she'll swing at you. So you got to kind of be dodging that one twice. It's a little bit tricky. And both of my runic attacks here are fully upgraded. And I'll show you like kind of my stats later on. I got tagged right there with that one. So you have a feel for what I'm doing as far as armor and weapons and what my runes are upgraded and stuff. But yeah, other thing too you might notice is that like I'm only using like the light axe attacks. Like some people might say like, why aren't you using the heavy attacks? Why aren't you using that combo where you can hit 3 light attacks in a row followed by the heavy and that does a lot of damage? Why aren't you using like the cleave, the executioner's cleave and all that? And the reason is basically because like, as you wind up those attacks, they leave you vulnerable for, a split second, and she can actually hit you in that split second and damage you pretty well. So I'm just trying to keep it simple. All in all, here's the freeze thing. Basically just have your shield up, and then this iceberg comes at the end, you can dodge it. Here's that double scythe thing again. It's kind of a defensive thing here. I mean, you can't be too aggressive. You got to be patient with this fight, I think, or at least I had to. Ooh, now she's going to do 3 in a row, those jump things. The thing with the jumps is like she can do any number between 1 and 3, so she can do 1, 2, or 3. So you got to pay attention, like, you know. Okay, there, Atreus blocked that attack again, where she's going to try to summon the cloud or whatever. Yeah, and it just keeps going. I think I'm about to make a major mistake here when I try to get that healthstone on the right. You can see it right there a little bit. Here she goes. I'm going to try to grab the healthstone right here, and I accidentally activate my pommel because I had my shield up when I tried to hit circle, and like with that one attack I'm dead. So it's like you're always like that far away from death in this fight. It's just like I mean, it's pretty intense. You can't make very many mistakes, and I'm gonna make another mistake like that where I tried to grab a healthstone, and so like, you know, after watching this footage, I realized like, oh, don't do that. Like there are certain like strategic windows when you can grab the healthstone. Usually the best time to grab the healthstone is when she drops one while you're beating her, and then you can step on the stone right there when you're right next to her and she's stunned, and then it'll stun her even more, which is pretty cool. It's one of those little facets of the combat in this game that's really like nice and detailed. Like you can like stun people by stepping on the healthstone next to them. And yeah, and here I'm going to do it. Well, I almost did it right there, but yeah, I stepped on that one. But anyway, I think about this point, I'm going to go into the rage mode here in a second. And again, like for me in this fight anyway, the rage is just kind of a defensive posture. Like I want to get back some of my health, and it's a good way to do it because I'm starting to run a little bit low here, and you can see she's still got, you know, a ways to go on her health bar. Okay, so break the block there. Keep whittling her down with the light attacks. Oh, there's 2, and there's up. Okay, I dodged that, which is kind of lucky. I just think I was just moving right. Okay, there I go into the rage mode right there, and you can see too, like it's not doing that much for me as far as recovering health. And I luckily stepped on that stone right there at the second she was trying to attack me and stunned her back. And now I'm out of my, you know, I turned it off. Some people might say like, oh, well, you're like, you know, why don't you just finish your rage meter off? You know, because you don't even have enough to initiate another rage attack. But again, it's like if I chase her with it, then I'll get all disoriented, and that's a good way to die when you get all confused and disoriented when you're waiting for the meter to tell you how to play the game, versus when you just stop it on your own at a time that's appropriate, you know, where you're comfortable stopping it. But anyway, I mean, I think at this point we've probably seen all the attacks. Incidentally, I kind of counted how many different attacks there were in there. There's 16, well, there's 15, and then there's the block when she just covers herself like that block right there with the wings. That's actually the 16th like thing that she can do. And you know, the trick too with her is that she strings them together in combos, so she might do like 3 or 4 moves, you know, back to back without leaving you an opening to hit her, and you never know what's coming next, so it's quite tricky. You have to have Atreus on her with the arrows all the time to prevent her from doing that summon of the fog or whatever that she does. And yeah, I mean, you just have to kind of keep whittling her down, and you know, I don't know, it took me quite a while, like, and some of the Valkyries like were like not too tough. Like once I had gotten into it, like a couple of the Valkyries I beat them like on the first try, like later in the game, because I kind of knew what to expect. But like, yeah, this is just a whole new thing. I think she has like twice the amount of health as the other Valkyries, and yeah, she has all the attacks at once, so you can't predict, like, you know, you can't narrow it down as to a range of things that she might do. That was something weird she did right there, where she swung the light staff at me, but then she didn't follow it up with that extra hit. It was kind of confusing, but now she's down to the end, and here I'm about to make another huge mistake. I'm going to try to go for a healing stone again when I shouldn't. Slash, okay. And I'm trying to remember what I do here. Where's that stone? Because she's almost dead. And I don't even need it. Like, my health is looking pretty good right now. I'm going to try to step on that right there, and bang, like right, I step on it when she's trying to attack me, and I almost die because of it. But fortunately I didn't. I finish her off here with a river of knives, or whatever that thing's called, and then there she is right there. That's it. But yeah, I can't tell you how many tries. I mean, I was trying this, you know, I would try it for like an hour or something. Each fight takes about, you know, I think this fight took like 7.5 minutes. And so, you know, like 5 to 7 minutes, you get into these fights, and then you try it again and again. And I was doing it, then I'd put it down, come back to the next day, try it again, that kind of thing. But eventually I got it. This was the first time I actually got it. And this was actually on on a new game, not a new game plus. So like the armor I have is that Ivaldi's armor that you get in Niflheim, and I can put up like a little show like what my armor and weapon and all that, you know, runes layout look like if you're curious, you know, to see. And her health bar was yellow, you know, so meaning that I guess the fight was within my range, even though it was quite difficult. I mean, I had like the Valkyrie armor equipped once just to try it and see what it was like, and you know, her health bar was purple, meaning like, you know, like good luck with that, you know. But anyway, that's just kind of it. I kind of run through it a little bit there, show you what it was like. Hope this helps. Hope you can learn from my mistakes a little bit if you're struggling with this. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. This is Buzzin1.
I could have done something, or tried at the very least. What will you do now?
I must reunite with my sisters. Together we can restore balance to the realms. You have the eternal blessings of the Valkyries.